Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today are going to be discussing 4.1 of ACE International History, so let's get started. Um, so 4.1 is the first bullet point is in the 19th century, China was becoming weaker and weaker. They were being exploited, had lost a war against the Japanese, and were facing rebellion/rebels. An uprising supported by the government, the Boxer Rebellion, took place in 1898 to 1901. China was divided between people who wanted to overthrow the old ways and become more westernized, and those who didn't. So as you can see, the image on the left represents the Boxer Rebellion, and so does the image on the right. The Boxer Rebellion, there were many nations that were fighting against the rebels. I think it was like an eight-nation coalition. Um, the U.S., Russia, Japan, the U.K., Germany, many countries that you would that like would never have an alliance in history that you wouldn't expect to be allied were allied just to face the rebels. Um, Sun Yat-sen, the individual on the right, I mean on the left, was an influential revolutionist. In March 1912, the last emperor Puyi abdicated and the Republic of China was established with Yuan as president. The 2,500-year-old monarchy had just ended. Yuan became a dictator and suppressed opposition. In 1914, he dismissed the parliament. In 1915, he named himself as emperor, causing more outrage in the revolutionary groups. Realizing this, he resigned and was emperor for 83 days. After this, the warlord era began. In 1917, Sun Yat-sen returned to China. He had formed the KMT government. By 1918, China was completely disintegrated. Um, the warlords encouraged radical ideas to emerge. In 1915, the New Culture movement was formed. It claimed China needed to adopt Western values, which could only be claimed by mass education and a rigid class system. Western culture would enable China to industrialize, end foreign interference, and reunify provinces. Students of Peking University demanded a boycott of Japanese products and insisted the government should refuse to sign the Paris Peace Settlement. Angered by the student strike, Shanghai workers also declared a week-long strike. Even though the Paris Peace Conference gave Shanghai to China, warlords made deals with Japan, giving rights to Shanghai in exchange for financial support. The May 5th movement sparked nationalism, modernized action, modernization, and political reform in China. Um, the person on the left is Chiang Kai-shek, by the way. Like this image on the left, that's Chiang Kai-shek, and then this individual is Mao Zedong, and then this is Chiang Kai-shek. So, um, Chiang Kai-shek removed communists from KMT positions and declared himself leader after Sun's death. Support for the KMT increased due to its alignment with nationalism and the promise of ending chaos caused by the warlords. Sun Yat-sen and Chiang Kai-shek had had different backgrounds but shared a commitment to unify China. The three principles defined by Sun Yat-sen are nationalism, democracy, and social reform. The CCP gained support from the Soviet Union and formed the first united front with the KMT. Warlords reformed armies against the KMT, the Central Plains War. The Jinan incident in 1928 showed Japan's opposition to the KMT's growing influence in China. Divisions in the KMT questioned whether a government could be formed in collaboration with the Communists. In 1927, the KMT split between Wang Che Wei and Wuhan and Nanjing. The Northern Expedition launched in 1926 aimed to unify China by defeating the warlords. The NRA was well organized and equipped, contrasting with the poorly equipped and disorganized warlord armies. Ordinary Chinese people supported the KMT, hoping for the restoration of order and peace after years of warlord terror. So that is um, 4.1. So I'll be seeing you for 4.2.